No matter how dark the Tulane or how stormy the night, this time of year, the people of southern Louisiana are on a quest. With one thought on their mind and a rumbling in their belly, they want crawfish. Elsewhere, folks might call them crawdads, crayfish, or even mudbugs. But in bayou country, these crustaceans, the lobster's less showy cousin, are the ultimate Cajun comfort food. During the season, which runs from mid-December to May, somewhere around 100 million pounds a year are trapped in ponds, swamps, and flooded rice fields. There are days of the year when securing live crawfish for boiling is something like searching for the Holy Grail.
I don't know anybody who doesn't think crawfish on Good Friday. You know, it's and all through Lent. You know, first of all, you know, we live in this Catholic area, and so we were expected to sacrifice for Lent. One of the things that we couldn't do traditionally was eat meat. So we had to eat crawfish and oysters and shrimp and crab. It was tough, you know, but we made do.
The week before Easter is anything but a time of quiet contemplation for the crawfish farmer.
We're working 7 days a week. We usually fish a couple Sundays before even Holy Week to build up, because if you don't get it during Holy Week, that's when you make your money. It's really, you work all week, all year for that week, basically.
Farming crawfish is labor intensive. The catch must be sorted one specimen at a time. Only the biggest crawfish are bound for the boiling pot. The smaller ones are marketed frozen for their tails. Crawfish were once considered a lowly food. New Orleans' better restaurants didn't even consider them worthy of the menu. That all changed in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. It was there crawfish étouffée was invented.
This is where I ate my first crawfish étouffée. Actually, this is the only place crawfish étouffée was served at that time. When we discovered she was serving this crawfish étouffée, it wasn't known anywhere else. And it was several years before any other restaurant decided that it was a meal worth fixing.
Thelma Breaux started something. By the 1960s, crawfish demand boomed. So to catch more of them, they had to build better boats. And of course, you have to build a better crawfish trap. Down a barely paved road and miles from the nearest town, Anthony Arsenault operates the popular Hawk's restaurant. In the crawfish business most of his life, he keenly understands what makes the critters bite.
Like at this time of the year, when a north cold front is coming through, about 3 days prior to that, if you're catching crawfish, your catch goes way down. You're not going to hardly catch anything. The front comes through, it may rain, lightning, the north wind starts blowing. 2 days after the front passes, which is a total of 5 days together, you see, catch triples. I mean, because all these crawfish come out of the moat, they're hungry.
And the crawfish aren't the only ones. Putting crawfish on the table is not for the faint of heart. Even before they are boiled, they must be cleansed of mud and other swamp grime. Since crawfish traditionally is bought by the pound, they are weighed after cooking and then poured into a simple metal tin for serving. Eating them also is an informal affair. At least one Cajun wishes his native passion had remained a secret.
I read a statistic years ago, this is like 15, 20 years ago, that 95% of the crawfish produced in Louisiana was consumed here. And my first reaction was, well, how are we letting the other 5% get away?